So it dawned on me, something appropriate for my vlog might be book reviews. Really, I just wanted an excuse to talk about the Hunger Games, which not only made it sociologically acceptable for me to shoot a longbow in my backyard. This is my quiver, and these are my throwing knives. But also just made my life like 10 times more awesome. Before I started reading it, I was reading this book, House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski, and while the narrative voice is beautiful and velvety and just made of molten chocolate, harkens questions like, why? And what the hell does that mean? And, still, blue hair or no blue hair, I'm sure that honey-tongued devil could talk a lady out of her clothes. At any rate, the unintentional passive aggression of that book was challenging my intelligence, and so I switched to something that everybody was talking about, the Hunger Games. And I'm so glad I did. I would say that I don't know how I made it this long without reading it, and that I would regret it, but I don't, because I cannot imagine having to wait for a second book to come out, and then a third. I am on the verge of a conniption, just knowing that I have to wait 10 days to see the movie. I should probably talk about some more specific merits of the book. I'll give you 3. 1. Ballsy writing. None of this sugar-coated pseudo-conflict you so often see in young adult literature nowadays. Not that I would necessarily call this young adult, there are young adults in it. But it's a book that could speak to any age demographic. It's a book for the people. Books for the people. 2. Originality. Yes, it did conjure images in my head of Lord of the Flies and maybe even Goblet of Fire, but with a completely different and more mature take. Plus, you get the impression when reading this book that there's a purpose, that you're being told something important. 3. Incredibly immersive. I was on the verge of mental collapse when I'd have to stop to go to the bathroom or eat. I was content to let the series become my life. Upon finishing the 3rd book came this tsunami of shameless tears. True story, it was 3 o'clock this morning. Just because I didn't want it to be over. So if you haven't yet read The Hunger Games, get on that. Because the movie comes out March 23rd and you're going to want to be part of that club that shows up at midnight and knows everything about the series because it's fun. Thanks for watching.